A first of its kind report is out this afternoon that addresses sexual violence in the Wisconsin National Guard.
It's part of a response from the National Guard to a report more than 5 years ago on its sexual assault reporting procedures. It shows an increase in assault cases and inquiries into its assault prevention and response office over the last few years.
The National Guard says the increase in reports does not necessarily mean more assaults are happening. It may be reflective of what they call a cultural shift within its ranks due to an increase in trust. And joining us now to talk about the findings, Dana Pellebon is the executive director of the Dane County Sexual Violence Resource Center. Dana, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on.
So what is your reaction to hearing that this is the first report about sexual violence in Wisconsin's National Guard?
Well, I'm very grateful that they are reporting out what it is that is happening. Sometimes there's been a culture of silence around sexual violence, and making sure that people understand what is happening in the community, what is happening in our National Guard is a really big step forward. So I'm very grateful that they are now releasing numbers.
Yeah, and in the report, the Guard says the increase in assaults and inquiries into prevention and response could be due to a cultural shift. What do you think is contributing to that?
So yes, there is a cultural shift throughout our community, but also the National Guard has put some resources to making sure it happens. So there is a person there that works very closely with victims. Her name is Kelly, and she is a part of their program to make sure that victims know what avenues they have in space. They just had a conference for the very first time just last week. And that was put together by their programs to make sure that everybody in the National Guard understands what is necessary, what options are available to victims that are both civilian and active duty, and those that are in the Guard. So they are really working hard to make sure that there is information out there because, again, we know that a lot of these conversations have not been happening concentratedly over the years. So to see these conversations moving forward when we have people who are in the National Guard who have been working on this for a really long time is very heartening.
Is there anything that was not included in the report that you wish was?
So no, I mean, I have to say it's a really comprehensive report. It even has outcomes in the report of the cases that were identified. The thing that we want to make sure of is that more people are hearing that there are options. Just because you are in our armed forces does not mean that you have to accept perpetration. And so being able to see that, one, they're being transparent, that's also going to go a long way for people feeling comfortable saying, this is what happened to me and this is how we're going to move forward.
Well, Dana, thank you so much for being on with us to talk about this topic.
We appreciate your time, Dana. Thank you.
Thank you.